It's time to finally harvest some potatoes, and I don't remember what kind of potatoes these are, so I'm kind of thinking they are the red potatoes. So this is going to be a bit of a surprise. This is how you know that it's time to harvest your potatoes. These are completely dead now. We still have a little bit of yellow on these leaves right here, but for the most part, they are dead and they're ready for you to go ahead and start digging for treasure. Now let's talk about why you would wait until it completely dies off before harvesting. It's not 100% necessary unless you are wanting to store your potatoes. So let's clear all of that up, because some people think they cannot harvest their stuff if it's still green. So let me explain the difference and you can decide what works best for you from there. This is actually my russet variety, and as you can see, it is still green and luscious, but russet potatoes normally take a really long time. They can take about 6 months or 180 days. So this one is green, very beautiful. If you would like to go ahead and harvest your potatoes at this stage, you absolutely can, but you just have to be comfortable with knowing the fact that the potatoes are going to be really small and you may not have a lot. The second option is when you start to see those flowers form on the potato leaves. Now, not all potatoes actually form buds. This is actually my first time seeing buds on potatoes. Most of the potatoes that I've grown in the past have not grown buds, and that is completely normal. It just depends on the type that you are growing. This one specifically actually started from potatoes that I purchased from the grocery store. And that's the same as I have always done, but these are the first ones that I've seen bud. Now the flowers actually indicate new growth. The potatoes are still small, but it indicates new growth. This is the flower that I'm talking about, and after it gets pollinated, they turn into little potato berries, but they are not edible, so don't even think about eating them. Finally, the third and final option is waiting until the foliage completely dies off, and what that does is it sort of guarantees that you will have bigger potatoes and more potatoes to harvest. And also, the most important part that most people aren't aware of is after the foliage dies off, that is kind of a signal that the skin on those potatoes are thicker and they are going to be easier to store for later use. But if you are wanting to go ahead and harvest your potatoes because you're ready to cook with them at that time, go ahead and harvest it. Just know that the skin is going to be easier to peel off versus if you were to wait until the plant completely dies off before harvesting. All right, let's harvest some potatoes. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a lot of ants. I know you can see that red potato right there. Let's see what else we have. Pouring your soil into something. Last year I would pour it into a trash bag and then go through it. This year I'm using this wheelbarrow, which I think is even better because, well, I like the trash bag option too because you could just literally pour it right back into the bucket. I don't see anything else in here. And this soil is still very, looks like it is very nutritious. So all I'm going to do is add a bit more fertilizer and put some more potatoes in it. And this is what we've got. It's not a lot, but it's homegrown. One final scoop. So I'm going to be adding this fertilizer because I know that the potatoes use a lot of the nutrients in the soil to produce those potatoes. I already put a little bit and mix it up. I'm just going to go ahead and put just a little tad bit more. Alright, so I have these potatoes that were in my pantry and they've actually been sitting outside for about 2 weeks. So we're going to see if they will grow. I'm going to put in 3. And you always want to make sure that the eyes on the potatoes are facing upward, or at least in a way where they can grow upward, because that is where they're going to want to grow, because that's what grows the leaves. Alright, now I'm going to come over to my rain barrels, get some rainwater. I'm going to show you guys that the fish, they are not phased at all whenever I'm getting this rainwater. Now that we have our potatoes, even though it's not a lot, how do we store them? So first things first, you're not going to want to clean these. It has a sort of a coating that is going to protect it, so you're going to want to just leave them like this. Store them in a dark room. I normally store them in my grow room. I just put them on my indoor greenhouse. During the wintertime, I use it to start my veggies. During the summertime, I start my veggies outside because it's warmer, and I actually use it to store my potatoes and onions. I let it dry, so I use it kind of like a drying rack, and it just sits in there and it stores until I'm ready to use them. It's always easier to go ahead and plant more potatoes when you're harvesting those potatoes, because every single time I tell myself I'm going to plant them tomorrow, I just never do. So if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you want to be a part of an amazing gardening community on Facebook, just go to Facebook, type in Prosper and Plant, and I'll see you over there too.